Badmar. Is he going to be a meta? Certainly not. But is he going to be useful? Let's test him out. Hello everyone, this is Shinobi once again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So I got the copy of Badmar, the new legendary hero, just to test him out as a content creator, okay? Not a personal copy. And we will be testing them up and see if he's really useful or not. But from whatever test I have done, it seems like he is going to be, if you get him, you can use him, but is he going to make things faster, or is he going to be like a meta hero like the Ophelia sisters, or some other heroes like Bolin or Shane or Florence? Certainly not. No, that's not going to happen. But using him, you can certainly get through a lot of contents if you do not have any other heroes. So let's go ahead and check him out. So here we have Badmar. Of course, Ace is doing really good in their illustrations, in their skins, and Badmar looks awesome. Okay, so I have given him a speed set. Okay, let me first look at his info. Let's look at all the details that we have on him, his skill set, and then we will look at how I have geared him, what it will be the best way in which you can gear him. Not that I have got the most OP of gears, but with whatever I have geared him up. Right, so let's look at his skills first. So his trait, Light of Redemption. When an enemy deals damage with area abilities, heals all team members for 25% of Badmar's max health. And just as I said yesterday, you'll have to reach Ascension 5 to enhance his trait such that he can also give shield, which is equal to 30% of max health. So once you get him to Ascension 5, he is going to be an awesome tank for you. You guys will be like healing yourself up every single time the bosses do or the enemy does AoE damage on you, and at the same time you're also going to get a 30% shield, which is huge. He has got pretty good health out there. He has got S tier health, so that's going to be a massive shield and a massive heal depending upon how well you're able to gear him up and how much HP you're able to give him. If you're able to give him 35,000 HP, there you go. You have an awesome player, awesome hero who can, tank for you. His Touch of Destruction deals 120% damage to one enemy and removes one positive effect. Currently, when I have tested him in Rift of Chaos Stage 6, and my Badmar has got somewhere around 55% focus, he is able to remove the positive effects. Okay, so I have no problem, no gripe with his skills. That is good enough for me. When the enemy has no positive effects, reduces the ultimate ability's cooldown by 1 turn. So each time he does this, he is going to reduce the ultimate ability's cooldown by 1 turn if the enemy does not have any positive effect. His special, it applies defense down, and this cannot be resisted. That's the best part of his skill. In special skill, you get defense down too, and it cannot be resisted. Okay, and he also deals 120% damage to them. Damage scales with this hero's max health. Even though it is written that way, from what I've seen, he's not there to deal damage. Okay, disclaimer, he's not there to deal damage. Even if you give him 35,000 HP, he's not going to deal a massive amount of damage out of this. I wish that the multipliers on this kind of ability was pretty good for. He's a legendary hero, so he should have had a good multiplier on that, but I wasn't getting good damage out of him, possibly because I do not have 100% crit on him. His final judgment, which is the ultimate, it deals 150% damage to one enemy, steals 2 positive effect. Again, he's stealing it. Even though mine has got only 55% focus, he still is able to steal those positive effects and applies no positive effect that cannot be resisted on them. So again, you do not require focus on 2 of the debuffs that he's placing, which is a very useful trait on skill and ability that I would say. And then the damage scales with heroes max health. Well, again, I'm just saying that I did not see that kind of damage that should be there when you are saying damage is scaling with this hero's max health. Okay, I would have expected a much more damage, but unfortunately he's not doing that kind of damage. As far as his gear set is concerned, you can gear him any way you want to, but I've geared him in a speed set, and that's because simply because I just wanted him to have sufficient HP and speed. Of course, you do not require 246 speed, but he's going first, and you know, this is the mishmash that I could get at a short notice without having to, you know, work on any gear or upgrade any gear and get him to a really good health standard. So he's at 27,000 health, 246 speed, 65.5% focus, and the rest I'm not really bothered. Of course, I would love to give him 100% resistance or more, 200% resistance, but currently he's at 88% resistance. So let's go ahead and check him out in Rift of Chaos and in dungeons. Okay, let's see how good he's able to work there. All right, let's test him out in stage 6 of the Lava Colossus. So I'm using this kind of a team over here. I've got 2 cleansers, and yeah, what our Badmar is going to do there is going to remove those crit rate buffs on the boss, and also going to place his no positive effect on the boss. So basically he's going to do that, you know, the no positive effect, it cannot be resisted, so you do not have to worry about you know, getting him that kind of focus. But I think like you do need some focus on him so that he's able to remove those crit rate buffs, because these no positive effects are under a 2-turn cooldown, okay, and his ultimate is on a 4-turn cooldown, which can be reduced when he uses his basic, but then you do want both the skills, right? So you just need to ensure that he has got some focus on him at stage 60. At stage 6, at floor 6, I'm able to remove those crit rate, increased crit rate buffs from the boss just with that 66.5% focus, as you saw there. And secondly, he has got his trait in which he's going to heal everybody whenever an AoE damage is placed. So just like there, he just heals them. See, 7,894 heal. That's a huge, massive heal. And I don't have to worry about the health of my team. They are always going to be topped up because I have got Badmar there. All right, so each time the boss is going to deal that AoE damage, I'm healed. See? I'm always getting healed. So I don't have to worry about from the health perspective. As long as my team has survived the hit, they are going to get healed, and they're going to get healed massively. And also his defense down 2, that's a huge skill. That's a huge debuff that's on the boss, which allows my Baki to deal a lot more damage, thus making this round a little bit more faster than my other rounds. I was using Hulens, and of course Hulens doesn't have the defense down buff on defense down skill on himself, so yeah, so that on using Hulens was a bit more longer for me. But with him, because I have the defense down debuff on the boss, I'm able to get a little bit more damage on the boss, and which is a huge bonus for me. And as far as everything else is concerned, there's nothing much to say over here on this Rift of Chaos. The only reason I'm not going to stage 7 using him is that I don't have enough speed on all of my team members, okay? My Baki needs a little bit more speed. My Blackhorn also requires a little bit more speed. Once I gain such enough speed, I'll be going higher levels, but then I will not be having him over there, and his heals are massive, so I would prefer to have him in Rift of Chaos, because without that kind of a heal, it'll be really big problem for me to actually manage to, you know, survive at higher levels. So I think like having him will allow you to survive at higher levels, say at stage 9, stage 10, 7, 8, 9, you will be able to survive the hits of the boss much better, because every single time he does that AoE, you're going to get healed, and that much strain is going to, you know, Blackhorn doesn't have to worry that much about healing you because of Badmar. And of course, his removing positive effect skill and his placing his no positive effect skill, they are all awesome. So he's really good for Rift of Chaos, I would say. Not that you cannot do things without him. No, certainly not. You cannot do things without Blackhorn or Bucky over here, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, you do need those two. And since I've got Atara, I'm able to cleanse myself, which is good. But at the same time, I think like if you have him, it will be an addition to your team such that you will be able to, last longer at higher stages and be able to finish the runs consistently. So overall, as far as Rift of Chaos is concerned, this guy is really good. But as you see on his damage, so let's look at his damage. Even though he's supposed to deal damage based on his max health, 37,000 health, and he's still only 93,000 damage. Atara dealt more damage than what was dealt by Badmar. So overall, I don't think he's been built for damage, but he's built specifically to help you survive these Rift of Chaos stages. So let's look at him in other places as well. So here I am at Arctic Goliath stage 4, and you can see I'm almost at the end of the run, and yeah, he has been doing well here as well. He's been healing me. He's been tanking out for everybody. And if he was Ascension 5, then I would have had an additional buff with me. But yeah, Ascension 5 on a legendary hero is going to take ages. It's not going to happen easily. But yeah, even without that Ascension 5, I think like he is able to handle the stuff over here and, keep me topped up. So I'm like fully healed. Of course, I've got Rachel also here with me who will help me out with those heals. But at the same time, he's also doing the same thing that Rachel does. Instead of doing it actively, he's just doing it passively without any buffs or anything, and he's going to do it every single time the boss is going to do an AoE hit, and that's what makes him so useful against AoE people, right? He's doing his job, right? He's doing his work. So I'm pretty happy with the way he is going in this team. My Jacosta, she got one shot, but can't help it. Right, I need to get her a lot more HP. She's only at 30,000 HP at this time, and this is only stage 4 of Arctic Goliath. Okay, this is not stage 5 or the end of the stuff. This is just stage 4, and still my Jacosta got one shot. I'm sad about that, but it's what it is. Anyway, you can see the heals the Badmar is giving to everybody, and that keeps me alive. Except if I'm getting one shot. All right, if I'm getting one shot, I'm getting one shot. I can't help it. But at this point of time, yeah, I don't have to worry a lot about what is going to happen to them. They are just surviving well enough, and I have no problem in finishing off stage 4. Of course, I do have to rely on a little bit of RNG such that I get those, that shield on my cane. Otherwise, I don't have a problem. But yeah, overall, this hero is useful. He is useful. You can use him. You can, put him in a team if you're not happy with the team that you already have, and if you want to, get yourself more survival, somebody to tank for you, somebody to heal you each time you get hit by the boss. There you go. So you can see the kind of damage he's placing is much lower. He's doing less damage than Jacosa. Okay, sorry. Don't rely on his damage. He's not there to do damage. He's just there to heal you up, to keep you alive. That's it. That's the job that he's doing. Okay, and place those debuffs on the boss. Place those important debuffs on the boss. So let's look at him in one of the dungeons. Okay. All right, let's take him to Ash Magisteria. He's a water hero, so obviously he's going to be strong affinity over here. So let's take him there and check him out to see how he's going to work over there. Of course, he's only there to place his defense down too, and also to heal the allies against AoE hits. So other than that, he's not going to do much. Okay, and because he's also the highest HP over here, he's going to take the hits of the boss. So that is the single hit, which is not going to deal a lot of damage on the ally, so nothing much to write home about out there. So his basic utility over here is just to give that AoE heal. Instead of Jonathan, you can use any other heroes. It doesn't matter what you're using. I have used Clarence, I've used other heroes. It just doesn't matter, right? So you can use any team comp over here that works for you at stage 14 Hell stage 4, and you can, like, you know, replace anyone you want with Badmar over here. The only thing that he's going to do there is to heal you. But then, yeah, you're getting that heal against those AoE hits, and that means you are surviving longer. You're able to survive much better. And that's massive, okay? It's not something that you can say that, oh, I don't mind about it. Of course, if you have got a very strong team, very OP heroes, you don't have to worry. But if you're getting him and you've got only epics in your team, he's there for you to heal you and keep you alive. And of course, if he's Ascension 5, then he'll give you shield as well, which I don't care about it right now. You don't have to worry about it. You don't need that. So overall, you can use him here, right? That's the thing. That's the point that I want to say. You can use him in many places. It's not like he's completely useless, or you have to keep him in a vault, or you'll require some special kind of team for him to work. Nothing like that. You can simply place him instead of some other heroes, and yeah, he will work just fine for you. So that's what I think about him, and that's why I feel like he is a much more useful hero. He's an okay hero for me. That's my perspective. That's my opinion. I think, like, yeah, you get him, you don't have to be sad about it. You can certainly use him if you do not have any other heroes, right? At this time, will I be using him in various other dungeons? No, I don't need to use him. But will I be using him if I'm able to, you know, synergize him with something else or get him ascended up? I'll certainly be doing that. But I'll certainly be using him in Rift of Chaos if I get him in real. This is just a test copy, so I'm not going to be able to, you know, make much use of him. But overall, I think, like, he's a really, really good hero that you do not have to worry about building him up. Of course, as far as booking is concerned, that's everybody's personal opinion, okay? If you want to book him up, that's fine. If you do not want to book him up, it's fine as well. But as of now, I think this guy is good. This guy is okay. Okay, all right. So let me know what you think about this hero. I would like to hear from you. I want to test him in other areas as well, but this video has gone too long. So I think, like, I'll do the Queen of Tide test and Witch of the Wind test later on. And if he's useful there as well, I'll certainly be posting that video tomorrow. But as of now, I think, like, it has gone a bit longer. And so I'll stop here. Let me know what you think about this hero. If you do not have someone like him, if you think that you can use the heals, his heals, and especially against bosses, his debuffs, then yeah, let me know what you think. And of course, I would love to hear from you. So until next time, peace, love, and blessings to all of you. Shinobi out.